y'all. So like I told y'all, I was gonna give y'all real content where I'm going to go get an extension in Jamaica. It's kind of loud, but I'm on the way there now, and then I'm gonna show y'all when I get there what the process is like when you want to get an extension. So yeah, come on this journey with me. Just made it over here, just took a taxi to come over here, and then now I'm gonna show y'all the area where you gotta go. So you gotta go to the Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency to get any type of extensions. I'm coming pretty late, so I wouldn't be surprised if the line is hella long because you have to get places early, but hey, I couldn't control this morning, so it is what it is. You come in and you get a number and you wait for the time. So yeah. Hey y'all, so welcome back to my channel, and I'm back with another video. As you can see from the previous clips, I am going to be talking about how can you get an extension. I showed y'all the clips of where you need to go, and I hope this fan is not okay. My bad y'all if the fan is kind of loud. I'm telling y'all I'm hot today, so please just work with me in the sound. The first thing you need if you're trying to get an extension in Jamaica is to make sure your passport is valid for 6 months. So if you've been here for 3 months and you're trying to get an extension for another few months, or 30-day extension, you need to make sure that your passport is going to be valid, because if it's not valid, you can't stay. The second thing you'll have to have when you're trying to get an extension, and I know I mentioned this when you come over, but you're going to have a return flight of what day you're trying to leave. Usually what I do, I'm probably putting out free game right now, but you have 24 hours to cancel a flight. So if you're not ready to put that money out there and you feel like you may have to change the flight, maybe family things, you have to go back home, you can purchase that flight and then, just do what you gotta do. When you get to the office, what they're gonna do is make you send over that return flight to an email address. I forgot the email, but they'll give it to you once you get there. Once you get there, they're gonna say, look, send over the fact, we got to know that you're leaving our country. So you got to show that you're leaving the country, and you have to provide a return flight. And it's not by mouth, it's not verbally, you'll have to actually show that return flight. The other thing that you're going to need is a letter stating why you want to stay, a valid reason of why you want to remain in Jamaica. A lot of times we think that it's really like, you got to say, oh, I want to stay here because of blah, 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 blah. No, simply you can explain to the person like why you want to stay. But in most cases in Jamaica, they make a lot of money off of tourism. Everybody kind of moves off of tourism. If you just say, hey, I love the country, I just want to stay a little longer, I felt like I didn't get an opportunity to go to other parishes, and I want to explore a little bit more. If you just keep it that vague, you should be fine. The letter is not something that you type up. I thought it was something that you have to type up, but no, once you get to the agency, you say, hey, I'm here to get an extension. Go over to the counter and then say, hey, I want to get an extension. And then what they'll do is they'll give you a paper, ask for the extension letter, the letter of a reason why you want to stay. And then they'll give you that paper, and then once you get that paper, then they'll be able to process everything. The next thing is you have to have this application for extension of stay form. So the form pretty much looks like this. You have to put like the address where you'll be residing, your address abroad. You have to put the reason why you're staying. You have to have a reference that you've known for 6 months. And then, yeah, you have to put their address, their telephone number. After you fill out that information, then you'll be able to process everything as far as getting the extension. Okay, yeah, so after you do all of that, what will happen is they'll send you over to the cashier's desk, and then when you go to the cashier's desk, they'll say the price to get an extension in Jamaica is $10,000. So you want to have your money together, $10,000 in USD can vary depending on the currency of that day. You know, currency when it comes to the foreign exchange market and the foreign exchange currency changes on a day-to-day basis. But for the most part, 10,000 stays in the range from 60 to 65. So yeah, once you have your form, once you have your $10,000, once you have your valid reason, and once you go to the agency place, and then also once you have your passport, which your passport should be current and available, you know, good for 6 months. Once you have all of that, then you have successfully, you know, finished the process of getting an extension. And extensions are for various reasons. It could be for work, it could be for, you know, just so many things. But if it comes down to a point where you come to Jamaica and you like, I don't want to go home, and you like, oh, I want to stay in Jamaica, well, you know, it's not as, you know, hard to get that extension, especially when you got the 6 months visa, well, the 6 months visitors pass. So once you have that, you know, we all get that as U.S. citizens. If you are a U.S. citizen, I'm not speaking for other people, I'm specifically speaking for U.S. citizens because that's what I am, a U.S. citizen. So yeah, but I'm pretty sure the process should be a little bit similar if you're from somewhere else. But yeah, like, once you have all those things together, you can get that extension. And a lot of people get the extension so that they can ride the whole 6 months out. And then some people, they try to get a business here, so they allow that extension to help them process everything when it comes to their business, applying for their business license, and then it gives them like some wiggle room to be able to do what they need to do. Also, some people get the extension because they just love Jamaica, and then some people get the extension because they're going through getting a marriage, you know, license and certificate, and that process can be very lengthy. So some people like to be with their spouse or their, you know, partners during that time of them processing that marriage certificate and that marriage license. So some people just ask for extensions for various reasons. But in the most case, when you're a visitor and if it's your first extension, just keep it very cute and sweet and just say, hey, I need X amount of months because I'm trying to do this or I'm trying to do that. And once you kind of like explain to them what the process is and what's going on, they'll be able to guide you if it's a nice person. Because some people at those places be a little rude for no reason. But they'll give you a hard time, but you're still paying them money at the end of the day. So if you're getting the extension and it makes sense and it just doesn't sound suspect or fishy, more than likely they're going to approve your extension. I haven't really heard of many cases where they deny your extension. I'm just going to be honest, I've never really heard of that, but they can. But the likeliness of that happening is probably slim to none, because at the end of the day, they want your money. They want the money because that's how the world goes around. So money talks, bullshit walks. So if your money is talking, trust me, you'll be fine because they want the cash. So yeah, if you're looking to get an extension, this video is for you. And yeah, once you get those, it's very simple. It's not rocket science. A lot of people think it is, but it's not. So you can do it. And if you want to, just go up there, explain to them what's going on. It's up to you. You can say you just want to stay longer. And yeah, you know, just go from there. Somebody like myself that has been coming back and forth, they question me a little bit more because they're like, well, what are you really doing here? So it's kind of different for me. But if this is like kind of like your first rodeo, you haven't really been to Jamaica like that, they're not going to pressure you like that because they know that this is your first time. Or like, you know, a couple times that you've been and you haven't had long extended stays. So yeah, but all right, y'all, I hope you all took a lot from this video. The next video I'm going to be making is how to have, you know, how you can get work from home jobs, because I know that that's something that a lot of people ask about. I don't know, I know a few places, so I'm only going to be able to vouch for the places that I know and put links to places that I've personally heard of people getting jobs at, or you know, things that I've seen. But yeah, I'm going to do a video about that. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if you're trying to do an extension or something. And this may be the same process for everywhere else. I don't know if this is like getting an extension abroad, but I'm just, you know, telling it from a perspective of if you want to stay in Jamaica. But I hope you all like this video, and yeah, I'm out. Bye. Bye.